All right, well, welcome back to another edition of our YouTube Lives here on Off the 56.
Yes.
So today, like we do every week, is talk about what's going on in San Diego, from new restaurants, news, schools, travel.
Real estate stuff,
because that's what we are.
We are real estate agents. Yes, there you go.
So it was actually a decent news week in the last, hold on, my mouse is not agreeing with me here.
How's my microphone? Guys?
Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us fine on here
close
because
on the mic.
I have to set these up each and every week, and sometimes they do not cooperate with me. So just keep that in mind.
I know.
Okay, let's get to some news here, and let us know where you guys are watching from too. We want to always like to know if you're local here in San Diego or somewhere throughout the country. And we're trying to do this every week at 12 o'clock.
Yes.
I think we were 1 minute late. Pretty good.
That's really
with
good.
Some minor
considering the
difficulties,
technical difficulties that happen
which I have
literally every week.
Every single week. So we're working on it, guys. So bear with me here. Okay, so let's get into some news.
And I want to say too,
sure,
if anybody wants to ask a question, you don't have to wait until it seems like we've wrapped up with what we're talking about. I know that we're going through like rapid fire and we're keeping it to 30 minutes, but feel free to chime in. It's totally fine. We can answer your question and then pick up with the next topic that we were going to talk about anyway. So don't worry about, you're not interrupting. You don't have to wait till the end to chime in with a question.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into some news first, and then we'll get into some real estate stuff. This was actually big news because I am a big steak lover here in San Diego.
Me too.
We have some pretty good steakhouses here in San Diego.
I think we do
Cowboy
too.
Star, Rare Society, Steak 48.
Yes.
But Mastro's, if you are familiar with Mastro's, they are a nationwide chain.
High-end.
Expensive.
Which means expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was the same guys that, well, Mastro's was started in, I think, in LA or Phoenix, and then it sold to Landry's in 2012 to the Landry's group. And then the Mastro's brothers opened up Steak 48, but people still really like Mastro's. I'm pretty excited about this one.
Yeah.
But the big thing is people don't know where it's going to go.
I was going to say, what is the location?
So it could be downtown. It could be somewhere in North County. It could be in Coronado, I heard. But then someone messaged me on Instagram after I posted this. And he said he was certain it was going to be at Del Frisco's in downtown San Diego.
It's going to go in.
Yeah, Del Frisco's is going to close, and they're going to turn it into Mastro's.
Del Frisco's is also steak.
It is steak.
So replacing
but they're owned by the same
one steak with new steak.
With a new steak. So
okay.
That's just what I was informed by a local viewer on our Instagram channel there. So
you have the inside scoop now on our Instagram channel, which everybody needs to be following our Instagram.
Yeah, let's go.
We are so close to 25,000 followers, which blows my mind because Burn put this together. I would say, chip in when I can, but Burn's
24,900 and change right now. So hopefully on this video we can get
North County _SD.
So this is where we post anything going on in San Diego, real estate related, restaurants, new developments, everything. We post 5 to 6 per week. It's a lot of work. So thank you guys all for watching, and hopefully we can continue to grow that from time to time. And whoever reached out to us, like wanting us to promote their businesses, we'll try to promote as many as we can. Yeah. But if we only post once a week, it's just hard to get all the information out there.
Right.
So just keep that in mind.
Once a day.
Once a day, sorry. What did I say?
Once a week. You post more than once a day sometimes.
Okay, so this is not North County, but downtown San Diego, which you've actually been to this place before.
I have been here. It was very unique. It was very interesting. I guess it was, if I was going to put my 2 cents in as to why this did not work out, this is Wilma's Carousel Bar, downtown Little Italy area. Had a great location. No. Oh my God. I would be #1 with motion sickness. There is a carousel bar that slowly rotates. I would say it originally marketed as like a French sort of theme. You're hoping for some French food. I didn't think that the menu was super expansive. Obviously it's more a bar than a restaurant. So,
was the food good?
Yeah, the food was good. They're just more.
Wolfie's, though, right?
I went to the original opening, which was Wolfie's Carousel Bar. Now it is Wilma's Carousel Bar, and it is closing. But an interesting concept. Very cool to sit on the rotating carousel. It rotates slowly enough that you don't get sick.
That is good. That's important.
But that's too bad. It's tough out there for some of these restaurants. That's for sure.
Very cool. Okay, I couldn't find the chat. I found it though. So okay. Another, I always like to bring up a free pizza day.
Can't go 30 minutes live without talking about pizza.
If you live in North County, San Diego, near Tony Pepperoni's, there's one in Rancho Bernardo and there's one in Escondido. But apparently the only place that's giving out free pizza on this Saturday is Tony Pepperoni's in Escondido.
Can you clarify, is it a free pizza or free slices?
I think it said actual is giving away free large cheese and pepperoni.
Darn.
On March 22nd, which is this Saturday at the Escondido location only. So if you go to Rancho Bernardo, you're gonna be out of luck there.
DJ,
live music, face paint, and a photo booth.
Wow, guys, that's pretty cool. How can they do that?
I mean, it's
what? I should ask you because you give away free pizza every October at our community movie night. Burn gives away feels like hundreds of pizzas.
Lots of pizza.
Lots and lots of pizza. So I guess that's how they're doing it.
I mean, it's a good publicity stunt. You're like, get free pizza, get people in there, get people to know about it. So
Tony Pepperoni's is a little bit unique in that it has sort of a side area where, yes, they have lots of TVs, sports on and everything like your traditional sort of pizza place. But then they've got some little arcade games for kids. They've got like the Papa Shot.
I haven't been to the Escondido one. I'm assuming
it's the same. I've only been to the Rancho Bernardo one as well. I'm assuming it's the same because I feel like that's sort of like the claim to fame for Tony Pepperoni's pizza. Sure. So very family friendly, very kid friendly.
I rarely turn down a good pizza. So.
I know, and the pizza is good.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, this one is in downtown San Diego. So there's a new building that just opened. At least part of it did. There's gonna be like a 3-block building. It's almost like its own little neighborhood that's being built down there.
Yeah.
Called West, and then the second section is called Torrey. So this one is
this is new construction, or it's been under construction. It's now sort of complete.
They're now renting the units. So it's part residential, part commercial, and part retail.
Okay.
So it's like
sort of what
the trifecta of mixed use sort of thing.
It was supposed to be here.
Yes, but this is all one building.
Yeah.
And then rents start there for $2,600 a month, and for a studio, $2,900 to $3,000 for a 1-bedroom.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes. I know downtown hasn't had a great run of it lately of buildings, and like Horton Plaza was foreclosing.
Sure.
The IQHQ building hasn't had a tenant for it, at least a commercial tenant for it yet. So I'm hoping, I never wish anything bad to happen to any of these buildings, but this is a brand new building that looks pretty cool. It's got like rooftop terraces, gyms, beautiful. That sort of thing. So, and $2,600, it's kind of the going rate these days. For the most part.
I mean, it's
so you're not going to find something too much cheaper than that.
Right.
So especially for a brand new building.
But this definitely has tons of amenities. And like you said, commercial as well as residential as well. So they're going to have some restaurants? Are there going to be some?
There's going to be like retail restaurants on the bottom floor.
Bottom floor.
So like fast casual, probably that sort of thing. So
it looks beautiful though. I don't know how you reach those books at the top of the library.
Yeah, that's tough. You need a ladder. There's a pool on here. I don't see the photo of the pool. I mean, it's down here. Let's see the outdoor spaces. It looks like a very cool building.
Nice, yeah.
If I were to live downtown, this would be probably a nice building to check out. I know there's a pool in here somewhere, but I don't see the photo. Here it is. There you go. So not a giant pool, but beautiful view up there.
Nice view, yeah.
We should take a tour of this building. That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But yeah, great view.
People want to see that.
Not a gigantic pool, but got a little hot tub there, so it's kind of cool. So if you're looking for a place downtown, that could be a good place to check out.
I wonder, I see there on the top, the banner, penthouses. I wonder what the penthouses look like
and they probably go for more. Let's see.
Definitely.
Let's see if they have it real fast.
That would be so cool.
Schedule a tour.
I've never lived in like a high-rise apartment building in my life.
I don't know if I would like it or love it, or I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I don't know how I would feel about it either, but I definitely love the view.
In my current stage of life, probably not. But
no,
when I was younger or older, maybe I would enjoy it more. So.
I mean, San Diego's so gorgeous though. If you had the view of like Coronado Bridge and the bay and all, it wouldn't be so bad.
So if you're looking for that, good place to check out. Okay. Oh, then our Instagram page again. There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Let's see.
Burn is going to force everyone.
We haven't hit it yet, guys. 24,900 still. So just FYI.
Fingers crossed.
Another big thing coming up to Carmel Mountain Ranch. If you guys live in North County, especially Carmel Mountain Ranch, James Coffee Company is coming to the Rancho Carmel Plaza.
Yes.
This is, if you know the area, it's where the OG's shopping center. It's not like my favorite shopping center in the world.
No, it's kind of.
But it is pretty centrally located, right at the 15 and the 56 interchange, basically.
Sort of on the border of Sabre Springs, merging into Carmel Mountain.
And I guess they originally started in Escondido, and this is going to be their 4th location.
Awesome. So good for them.
I have not actually tried it before. It's just because there's a lot of coffee shops here.
But I haven't tried it.
Yeah, but there hasn't been one over here ever. So it'd be nice to have another coffee option that's not a Starbucks in the area.
We have a very dear friend who's a coffee connoisseur. She and her husband will have to go try
Jerry?
that. Jerry and Cheryl.
Oh, they love coffee.
They love coffee. And
he commented on it when I posted about it.
Oh, yeah?
He was very,
okay, great.
He was very excited.
I feel like they know a lot about coffee too.
Does,
like good coffee. So
and he knows bad coffee, and he will let you know. If it's
yeah,
bad
I
coffee.
know he will. So
okay.
We'll get back to you guys with that.
So James Coffee Company coming to Carmel Mountain Ranch. Just another facts that are going on around San Diego. You can now use your mobile driver's license at San Diego International Airport to get through like TSA.
Yeah, so that's like on your phone.
Which I wasn't even sure how you do it exactly, but
right.
you download your ID through a digital app or something and put it into your wallet, and then you can just scan it and get through.
That's awesome.
There. So and then I think they have to take a picture of you, and then they compare it to your digital wallet, make sure it matches up.
That's awesome. And
which is great because I forget my wallet a lot. So this is actually going to be great for me.
Forget your wallet a lot.
Not a lot.
When going to the airport?
Occasionally I have.
It's only like top of the list. I just hate having to take my ID like in and out of whatever pocket or
then
bag
I feel like
I
I'm
have.
going to lose it.
Oh, I feel like I'm going to lose it. I feel like I'm going to try to slide it in my pocket and I drop it on the ground or something. So that's kind of cool. I definitely.
So yeah, now you have the Chase Sapphire Lounge and you have digital ID.
Let's just go hang out at the airport.
We should do like your friend that did it last week. Or she just went to, she bought a ticket and then didn't actually
hung
get
out
on
at the
airplane.
Lounge, ate and drank for a few hours, and then canceled her ticket.
We won't tell you who it was, though.
No, that was a great.
It wasn't a friend. So
come on, guys, I would have documented that. If I had done that, I would have documented that and shared that little travel hack.
Poway Unified unanimously approves resolutions to eliminate 100 staff positions.
That's if I had the sad trombone sound, I would probably do that.
Yeah,
sad trombone.
I mean, I know everyone's trying to cut things and stuff, but like 100 positions seems like a lot.
I agree.
And one of our friends that was at Park Village, she just got her.
Really? And what kind of position was she in?
I don't know what exact position it was. She wasn't like a teacher per se, but still, someone
important.
That's yeah. So that was not great news, but unanimously cut.
Yeah, wow.
So it's I don't think I posted about this this past week and people were not super happy about it.
I would love to know what types of positions they are, whether they're like front office staff or they're speech therapists. It doesn't sound like it was.
I did say stuff about special ed in the article. I don't know exactly. And it's not saying they're definitely going to cut all of them, but they're like, if some people might be retiring or whatever.
Oh, special education, instructional assistants for English language learners. Yeah, student service assistants. I mean,
yeah,
that's tough.
It was not good news for the most part. So. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Costco. I thought this, I like talking about Costco.
No, this is exciting. This is exciting.
Costco expands weekday pump hours at its gas stations. So I'm sure people will be very excited about that because the lines at the gas station at Costco get a little bit out of control.
But I also think it's a location by location basis. Like I would love for people to chime in and give us the scoop on which Costco you think has the shortest lines at their gas stations, because I know I have heard.
Have you been to one that has short lines?
Poway is shorter.
Really?
Do you ever go to Poway?
No.
Poway is shorter.
I think Poway's a little bit more removed.
Poway's set up. It's
compared to Carmel Mountain.
For you.
Yeah.
Yes, as a customer. But it might be worth it sometimes because the lines and that setup, how small it is and how they sort of curl you around at Carmel Mountain Ranch is bananas. And it's stressful. I mean, it seems like it's busy all hours of the day.
So now they're going to be open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. On the weekends, the pump times are 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Saturdays and 7:30 p.m. on Sundays. Okay. So what time did they open before? Was it like 7? I don't know what time.
I don't know, but 6 a.m.
So either way, it's opening longer now, so you can get there earlier to get your gas fix at Costco, I guess.
Hey, or just tell us where the other locations are where it's maybe not quite as busy. Yep. Or they just have a really great setup that has the space for all the cars.
Yep.
Or more cars. I think Poway definitely.
Okay, now we're going to get into some real estate news. So I subscribed to this little thing called Report on Housing here. So this just gives a little rundown of what's going on specifically in San Diego versus other parts of the country. The foreseen wave, which basically means that they kind of expected what's happening to happen. After years of brisk and instantaneous speed, San Diego County's housing is much more balanced. The active inventory has blossomed. More homes are coming on the market. They have accumulated since the spring of this last year. Home buyer demand has been subdued since mortgage rates spiked higher in 2022, eroding home affordability. So basically, we're experiencing a much more balanced housing market than we have seen in recent years. the public gets used to a certain thing, and for the last 5 years, since 2020, basically, everyone's expect houses to sell very quickly.
Yeah.
I will say San Diego still sells relatively quickly compared to other parts of the country.
Yes.
But if you've been used to like houses selling in 3 days once they hit the market, you will see it on
can
certain
still
houses,
be done, sure.
but like you're seeing 1 to 2 offers and 3 offers instead of 37 offers.
Oh, 37.
Like we listed one last year that had, I think, 18 offers on it, and it was crazy. So this year it's still competitive. Just you're not going to have to like give up your firstborn child anymore, which is nice because you usually like
we hated having to ask people to do that.
Yes, it was not super fun. So if you're out there trying to buy a house or sell a house, just know if your house doesn't sell the first weekend, it's okay. It just might take a weekend or 2 longer to sell.
Yes,
as long as you price it within reason, sort of thing. So I've even seen like people pricing their house kind of right on exactly where the recent comps go, and still take 2 or 3 weeks to sell.
Yeah.
So I know this might seem weird to a lot of people, but a balanced market is probably a better market for everybody.
Here in this area too.
Yeah.
I mean, San Diego is kind of wild and wacky in that sense. And like you said, we've had 5 years of like really aggressive,
like really
aggressive
like
buyers and
unsustainable aggression.
Yes, exactly. So if we're talking to you and you're from San Diego, you might know what we're talking about. And if you're living elsewhere, you might say, no way, it's totally normal for a house to sit on the market for 4 weeks, 6 weeks,
So this is what normal housing markets tend to look like. So I know we might have forgotten that over the last 5 years, but that's at least what we're seeing here. Other parts of the country, like we talked about Florida last week, that seems a little bit worse than other parts of the country, but it's just something to keep an eye on. And inventory is definitely picking. So the reason I think inventory is picking up the most is because houses aren't selling as quickly as they used to. So before they would go on the market, off the market, on the market. Now they go on the market, maybe sit for 2 or 3 weeks, then go off the market. So especially the springtime, you'll see inventory pick up a lot more here in the foreseeable future. And I got some charts here. We're going to show. I love charts. So
here we go with some charts, guys.
Everyone loves a good chart. And then I just wanted to show this too. With supply down here, with supply surging higher compared to the small rise in demand, the expected market time has risen to 74 days compared to 45 days last year. So it's almost doubled the amount of time on market. So that's a big point of it right there. Demand, the number of pending sales over the prior month rose by 24 pending sales in the last 2 weeks, which is only 1% increase, not a huge difference there. And then here's the demand compared this year compared to last year, 1836 to 1854, pretty much exact. But the previous 3-year average was 3,227. So demand is lower than it was the previous 3 years before last year. So interesting. And then, so this is kind of just reiterate. Is this the same one I had here? Oh, no. Okay. And this shows you the expected market time for different price points, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
You don't think this is interesting?
No, I do. Okay. I do.
Between
I'm all ears.
Yes. So you can see which ones are the quickest market. So expected market time for prices below $750,000 is 73 to 80 days, which is lower than the ones that are 750 to 1 million,
expensive.
1 million to 1.25, 55, 57. So it's weird that the lowest price point is sitting the longest.
And that's what people are always saying they're looking for. Oh, I want under $1 million.
Or I want investment property up to 750.
Exactly.
So I found that interesting that those homes are sitting the longest.
I wonder if it's indicative of the types of buyers we have right now. If it's a $750,000 property, maybe smaller, maybe a condo, maybe
definitely condos,
and maybe it's more single family homes that are selling,
or the people that could theoretically afford that are waiting to buy because they're pickier buyers too, because they want to find the right one if they can get one in that price range too. So I don't know, I just thought that was interesting.
That is.
And then luxury and all homes above 2 million account for 19% of the inventory and 10% of demand. So how long do those take? Let's see. 83 to 108 days. So those ones are taking a little while, and then the less expensive ones for some reason. So I thought that was interesting.
If you are 6 million and above, 400 to 471 days.
Yeah.
Those are, that takes a very specific buyer.
Those ones always, no matter what the market was, those houses always sold. Took a while to sell because there's only, so many people that can afford.
Right. I'm always curious as to, I see some of those homes in like Rancho Santa Fe listed that are $100 million and it's like a whole horse farm, you
Yep.
know, and I'm always so interested in like, who is the buyer? Who is that going to be?
Yeah. Well,
I
they
wanna
don't
know
usually
who that-
advertise it once they buy it. So.
No, they don't, because they don't want me coming over.
Yes. And you will.
Yes.
You will show up. So.
Ride those horses.
Okay. Then we got some exciting charts, which I always like charts. So this is a San Diego active listing inventory. So this is where we are today. If you can see, hopefully this can show. Let me see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. Anybody? Oops, now I can't see it.
Can you scroll over?
Can I get
to
rid
that?
of the side thing?
Oh,
How do you get rid of that? There. Yep. There we go. Sweet. Okay. So inventory today versus 29. This was kind of like our normal housing market.
mhm,
You know, went up, went down, kind of rolled around this range.
mhm.
And then this is where we are today. So we're still not like at a super normal market, but
Right.
because this would take like a month to sell, 6 weeks to sell a home.
Mhm.
Here it's still 2 to 3 weeks instead of 0 to 1 week
Right.
sort of thing. So we're still a little bit behind, but we're getting there. And then this just compares the last, is this the last 3-year average? Okay. So this is where we are today, this red line. And then this is I think purple is 2024, and then blue is 2023. So we're definitely ahead of we were the last 2 years, which is, I guess, a good sign for buyers and just balanced markets. But then if you look at this green line, this is where, when was green? The 3-year average before.
COVID.
So we're still well below like a normal kind of housing market sort of
Yeah.
thing. But we're getting closer.
Trending.
Trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
San Diego County active listing versus demand. So pending sales up here, and then listings is the hard line. So demand, inventory. So San Diego County year over year demand, not that one. Okay, then here's the demand versus mortgage rate. So I do expect once rates get into like the 5 to 6 range, which might not even be this year. Maybe by the end of this year we can be at 6%.
I'm not so sure.
This demand will definitely pick up again, but right now rates are still hovering right around 7%.
7.
I've seen it as low as like 6.2% lately for jumbo loans. So it's getting closer.
Yeah.
I think by the end of the year we could be creeping into the 5s, but we'll see what happens with that.
The
So
economy is going through some
and there's a lot of things going on.
There's,
I think there's some stuff happening in politics and stuff. But
I hadn't heard. What are you talking
which
about?
has affected some people's desire to buy a house. It does very much.
Does indeed. Yeah.
So yeah, just some stats. I always like to look at stats and see what they make. I might make an actual video about all these things in the future. So San Diego County total pending sales still down compared to where it was in 2021, 2022 when houses were selling like crazy. We're only at, what's that, 3,000, almost at 3,000 there. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. Here's expected market time too. So that was definitely increased compared to what it was. What year was this one? This little spike? That was 2018. Huh, surprised by that. What happened in 2018?
I don't know. Before
that was pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
And then this was the COVID when everything slowed down and then picked way up.
Whoa, so, wild times.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So that's pretty much our stats for this week. Let me see if I can remove this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We're happy to talk what we're seeing in the market here. Oh, and if anybody's out there watching from Carlsbad and they're looking to sell their home, I have clients trying to buy a house there, like ASAP, specifically in like Aviara, La Costa Greens, that sort of pocket, Bresci Ranch even. So I told them we would try to give them a shout out and see if we can drum up some
something.
Or if you just know of a house coming on the market, that would also be super
great
for us.
Maybe you're not selling, maybe a neighbor is.
Yes.
Let us know.
And I also have another client looking in like Del Mar, La Jolla, up to like 3 million-ish. So if anybody over there, it would be super helpful. And if you guys are looking for anything, feel free to put it in the chat and maybe somebody will connect with you as well. So
that's a great idea.
So we have Medina, Ohio.
Ed Argentina is watching from Medina, Ohio. Nice.
Your daughter has a house in San Diego. If you're still watching, let us know where in San Diego. Always love to know where people are living here and
how they feel about it.
Yeah. And then, housing market, it's definitely becoming more of a balanced market. If rates go down into the 5s, I'm curious to see if the demand goes up from there. Usually rates come down, demand goes up, but there's a lot of uncertainty in the economy these days. So,
I know. And the
stock market's doing splendidly.
It's going to do what it does.
I try not to look at the stock market the last month, really.
It's a little depressing.
If you guys have any last questions, let us know. We're going to continue to put content on YouTube, I've been slacking on YouTube videos lately, so I will get back to more recorded videos in the near future. And we're going to
It's all
continue
right.
to put Instagram videos.
You've got a lot of content that you're having to create, and that in itself seems like a full-time job.
It is kind of.
Yeah.
I like making content, and people seem to like it, so we'll continue to do it and go forward from there.
So do I. And we'll see if it helps. I mean, anyone that wants to reach out to us through Instagram or directly to one of us, we would definitely love to help anyone with any of your real estate questions, buying, selling, investment properties,
pizza recommendations,
coffee.
We are your go-to source for all those things. So
nightlife.
I also have a listing coming up in Rancho Penasquitos next week. So if anybody's looking for a home in Rancho Penasquitos, it's
where we live. 3-bedroom,
3-bath. We have a video coming on it coming out next week on that one. 2,400 square feet, a little more than that. So if you guys have any interest in that, let us know and we'll give you the details and we'll go from there.
Sounds
all right. I think that's it for this. Not a lot of questions this week. So thank you guys for tuning in. And if you're ever looking to buy or sell in San Diego, we'd love to help you out. And if you ever want to see any kind of certain videos that you want to see, let us know. We'll make a video about it.
If you want us to go tour that new, beautiful high-rise building, let us know because I'd love to have an excuse to go do that.
Yes, that sounds good. I haven't been downtown in a little while, so it'd be nice.
I'd love to go up and see what the penthouse looks like, kind of views you have.
You're going to rent a room down there, it sounds like. Yeah.
I'm convinced. I'm sold on it.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in and catch us next week, 12 o'clock.
Bye.